Dinosaurs are back. Sort of. But this time they're mutated CGI mongoloid monsters. Created in a universal computer by a nerd. If you've ever wondered what a Jurassic Park 3 remake would be like, with Black Widow hunting DNA on another unmentioned island, while a humongous xenomorph chases a bunch of mercenaries, then this is the movie for you. Get ready to play a game of, hey, that's like the scene from the original Bingo in Jurassic World Regurgitated. Hello there, you Lucianites, and welcome back to another episode of Spicy Boy Reviews. I'm, of course, your host, Andrew Iles. That's right, the latest Jurassic World movie, directed by Gareth Edwards, known for directing the film Monsters, the 2014 Godzilla movie, and The Creator. And this film is written by David Coep. Yes, that David Coep. We learn that 17 years prior, iGen was doing some more DNA splicing fuckery on another unmentioned island because of course they were. I don't know, maybe this island was mentioned in a previous Jurassic World installment. I don't know, I kind of forget those movies, but that's not a good sign. iGen has the mentality that the general public are sick and bored of seeing dinosaurs. And they decided to mix some DNA of dinosaurs and other unmentioned creatures, which of course can only go well. Anyway, the product placement hits the fan, things go tits up, and then we fast forward to present day. It seems that the dinosaurs that were roaming around in civilization from the last two films are all conveniently dying off. Now that plot line's conveniently out of the way, along with this new movie, we meet a disgustingly rich suit who runs a pharmaceutical company who has somehow discovered that the DNA of 3 specific mutated dinosaurs can help fight heart disease. So he hires a ragtag team of mercenaries led by ScarJo. And she rounds up her team featuring nerdy handsome-faced Dr. Loomis. No, not that one. That one. Smuggler Duncan and 3 others. They head to an out-of-bounds island in the middle of nowhere full of mutated gigantic Pokemon to get the blood samples of 3 said dinosaurs. We have the flying dinosaur, Quetzalcoatlus, a land dinosaur called Titanosaurus, and a water one, Mosasaurus. This is the story. Simple, easy, no need to add anything more, especially not a really annoying family of 4. With a father, 2 young daughters, and a douchey airhead boyfriend. But wouldn't you know it? The studio thought, we need to add some average people into this story plot. So the audience can root along with them and hope that they don't die. Giving the film some more stakes, I suppose. But Universal, this ain't it. I was more than happy to follow the team of mercenaries for this film. The side plot with the family is completely unnecessary. Anyway, this family of 4 are on their summer holidays, sailing way too close to this out-of-bounds island, because of course they are. They get capsized, and then the ragtag team of mercenaries have to swoop them up and save them. It's not long before the mercs are pulled into the shitstorm with the family, and they all end up shipwrecked for the rest of the video game, the plot to happen on the island. They also have 24 hours to head to the extraction point, otherwise the helicopter pilot hauls ass for good. Stakes! Then the film plays out pretty much how you would expect. I have to say that the film does give an attempt to give us some tense moments that echo scenes from the original movie. But they do lack the heart of the original, and feels either like fan service or lazy writing. You decide. The best scene for me, however, was a very brief scene involving the T-Rex. However, looking at the scene play out, it kind of lacked the tension because you know who was involved with the scene wasn't going to die. And I heard that this scene is actually straight out of the original Jurassic Park novel. I did read the novel way back in the mid-90s, but I don't recall that scenario in the book. But that was a lifetime ago, so who knows, it's probably in there. And in saying all that, it was good to see the old girl on the big screen again. But unfortunately, if you're a fan of the Velociraptors, you're going to get screwed on this one. They make a very, very brief, small cameo in the background for about 30 seconds. And they are never seen ever again. This film, or I should say Universal Studios, used their own movie logic for this film in a very meta way. thinking that people are sick to death of seeing plain old everyday dinosaurs. So they try and up the ante with these huge, mutated CGI beasts. But I couldn't give a fuck about them. I go see a Jurassic movie to see fucking dinosaurs. Not these gigantic mongoloid monsters that look like a cross between a goanna and a xenomorph. The big bad of these films started out with the T-Rex, the Velociraptors, then the Spinosaurus. Then we jumped to this new era of Jurassic World movies, and we started getting spliced, mutated creatures like the Indominus Rex, then the Indoraptor, then the Gigantosaurus. Now this fucking thing. See, people still go see Godzilla films to see Godzilla. I go see Jurassic movies to see the T-Rex, not the D-Rex. And this mercenary plot should have been the entire story of the film. Is it video game-esque? Yeah, sure it is. But it's simple and streamlined. In all honesty, the mercenary characters weren't all that bad. A little two-dimensional, sure, but fine nonetheless. But they shoehorned in this family for levity, when they were nothing but annoying. Every time they popped up on screen, I'm like, oh, we're with them again? Really? I know the discussion must have been had in a Universal boardroom, that they said no one would sympathise with mercenaries. But look at the film Aliens. They were a pack of sweaty, egotistical grunts, no offence.
None taken.
Yet by the end we loved them and wanted them all to live because we grew to love them. And honestly, the best character in this film is Dino Nerd Dr. Loomis, played by English actor Jonathan Bailey. And you know what, I don't think he'd be a terrible pick for James Bond either. Oh, and yes, the little girl in the family of four befriends a cutesy little yellow dinosaur thing. Universal obviously trying to cash in on that baby Yoda money.
Ha! Gay!
And I hope you're wearing a helmet with how heavy-handed this film can be at times with its messaging of global warming. In saying all of this though, I've got to say this is the best of the worst. As in, this film is probably the best one out of the Jurassic World movies, but that's not saying much. And unfortunately, the dinosaur attacks are far and few between. And I don't know if you could already tell by the plot of this film, but this film is heavily inspired by Jurassic Park 3 of all entries into the franchise. Anyway, Universal, close, but no cigar. Yeah, another disappointing Jurassic movie, but of course, as we all know, they'll just keep bloody making them. If anything though, I've got to say, after watching this film, I was inspired to go back and watch the original. Because anytime I get a whiff of dinosaurs on screen, I want to go back to that absolute banger of a classic. And if I'm reminiscing, it's one of my all-time favourite memories as a child, going to see that at the cinema. Anyway guys, that's my cheeky little review of Jurassic World, the new one. Write down below if you've seen it, what are your thoughts on it, and besides the first one, what is your favourite Jurassic movie installment? And of course, if you've made this far into the episode, please give me a thumbs up because your love and support keeps me going because I just love movies and I assume you do as well. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe icon because I give it an episode weekly. And I'll see you back here next week for the next review, but until then, stay spooky, kids.